Hey everyone, this is a video response to herbieass007's A to Z challenge. It's about naming your favorite game for every letter. It wasn't easy for me, I gotta be honest. I had to make tough decisions on almost every letter, but I eventually picked one for each. So I got here 26 games for 8 different consoles. Or 9, I'm not quite sure at the moment. So let's get this started with Asterix and Obelix on the Super Nintendo. A childhood favorite. This is one of the games that I used to play at a friend's house on the PC actually. Later got the Super Nintendo version when I started collecting, and it's still a very, very great game and very nostalgic for me. Another childhood favorite, Burnout 3 Takedown on the PlayStation 2. Very fast racing, great crashes, great sound and music. Then an unusual pick, Cosmic Arc on the Atari 2600. Whenever I turn on my 2600, I almost always just play this game because it's so engaging, and whenever I start playing, I just can't stop for some reason. I just really love this game. Then Dragon Quest: Journey of the Cursed King on the PlayStation 2. The first Dragon Quest game to be released in Europe, and what a game to introduce the series to European audiences. This is an amazing role-playing game. Great graphics, amazing orchestral soundtrack. Definitely recommend this one. Then Earthworm Jim on Super Nintendo. I'm sure everybody knows what Earthworm Jim is, so not much explaining needed. Then Frontlines Field of War for the Xbox 360. Of course, I'm a PlayStation guy, but this one was not released on PlayStation, so had to get it on the 360, and definitely a very good first-person shooter from the people who later made Homefront. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Of course, again, there's not much to say about this. Everybody knows this game. I'm sure everybody has played this game. It's it's just a masterpiece, basically. Then Homefront. This was kind of some people really hated this game. I personally really enjoyed it. The single player, of course, is not that great, but I had tons of fun in the multiplayer. I played over 100 hours. Definitely great fun. Then Infamous on the PlayStation 3, an exclusive to the system, and definitely a very good entry in the PlayStation 3 library. Another great PlayStation 3 game, Just Cause 2. This was also released on other platforms. Just great mayhem, great destruction, giant island to explore, lots of vehicles and weapons. Then for the PlayStation Portable, Killzone Liberation. Now this game is probably my favorite PSP game. It's not a first-person shooter like the home console games. This is a top-down action game, and it's absolutely great. I played through this game several times. Sadly, Killzone Liberation 2 was never released It got cancelled, sadly. Then Lost Planet 2 on the PlayStation 3. Yeah, just giant monsters, big guns, multiplayer co-op. Yeah. Then Mega Man 2. Of course, M is a very tough ladder to pick a favorite on, with all the Mario games, Metal Gear Solid, Metroid, and just so many others. But I had to go with Mega Man 2. It's just a very great game. Whenever I try to start playing Mega Man 3 and 4, just after 15 minutes or so, I just feel like I'd rather play Mega Man 2 because it's so much better. Definitely my favorite NES game. Another childhood favorite, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 on the PlayStation 2. Used to play this on the PC, but the PS2 version is just as good. Really good cars, and just all around very fun. Another unusual pick, Outlaw Volleyball on the PlayStation 2. This is another childhood favorite. To be honest, it's not that great of a game, but there aren't too many great games. But this one is definitely worth trying. Then Pokemon Blue for the original Game Boy. No, I always preferred the blue version over the red version for some reason, even though they are obviously pretty much the same. Definitely my favorite game on the Game Boy. For Q, you have Quantum of Solace. Again, you don't have many choices with the Q, but this game is really fun. From the makers of Call of Duty World at War, and because of that, the gunplay is really good. The multiplayer is definitely playable, something you can't say for every first-person shooter, but this is definitely worth giving a shot. And for R, I just had to go with Rock Band 3. There's no game I played as much as this one. Of course, Ratchet and Clank is is up there as well, but you know, I played this game so much that I just had to pick this one. Probably, I don't know, maybe 2,000 hours into this game already. It's just so good. And for S, we get Star Wars Battlefront on the PlayStation 2. I prefer this over Battlefront 2. I don't know why, I just do. It's just, it's great fun. Really looking forward to the new Battlefront release. Waited about 8 years now for the new Battlefront, so hoping they actually release it this time. Then Tetris and Dr. Mario on the Super Nintendo. My favorite Tetris version. I still play this quite a bit, trying to get to level 30. Very tough, but you know, I can play this game for 3 or 4 hours at a time, no problem. Then for you, we got Uncharted 2. Of course, this game is a masterpiece. The first Uncharted was great, and then Uncharted 2 came out, and it was just it just basically blew the first one away, and that one was a great game to begin with. and this was just mind-blowing. It's probably in the top 3 of my favorite PlayStation 3 games. Then for Wii we got Viewpoint on the PlayStation 1. Kind of a game like Zaxxon. It's kind of hard to explain. Basically flying through the side and blasting everything in your way. Good fun. We got Wet on the PlayStation 3. Of course, a very stylish game. A great soundtrack, even though it's not an original soundtrack, but it's very fitting, and the gameplay is amazing on this. For the X, we got 13. Not many games to choose from on the X's, but this one is definitely a great title. Played this a lot on the PC, and also played through it on the PlayStation 2 when I got this one about a year and a half ago. Yeah, there's really not much to say about this. This one can be had for very cheap. It's a cult classic, based on a French comic series. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on the PlayStation 1. This was this was released before the card game actually came out, so this game has prototype rules. Very strange. The game is all about fusions and trying to get the twin-headed Thunder Dragon. It's a very tough game. You have to play a long time before you can beat it, but it's definitely good fun, and probably confusing for the ones that think they can play Yu-Gi-Oh! And finally, for the Z, we have Zaxxon on ColecoVision. Probably the best home port of this game. It's similar to Viewpoint, or basically, I should say Viewpoint is similar to this one. It was quite something back in the day. The graphics were so close to the arcade game, and it still holds up very well. It plays really good. So that's why I picked this one for this is that. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little A to Z challenge video, and I will see you all next time. Bye.